Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel we're going to be talking about a film that was sent to me this week actually, and it was sent to me by Universal Pictures, so thank you again to Universal for sending that out. Universal Home Entertainment has been really coming through recently, and I just want to take a second and say thank you to everybody over there because they have been really great about this stuff now. And this one here was one that I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting much out of it, but it really actually pleasantly surprised me. This is actually a really entertaining film, even more so if you're a fan of the franchise that this is connected to. It's kind of a spin-off, but I actually I really enjoyed this movie, and this is one of those films that I just didn't expect to enjoy as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. It really had me laughing a few times. There are some jokes in this that are definitely not for kids. And there's even one character in this that shows up a little more than halfway through the film that ends up becoming like a really important supporting character. And I won't ruin the surprise for you here, but he's from a Disney film, and it's not a character that I expected, and his voice is actually heavily modeled after one of my favorite actors of all time. And I is like, if you didn't get it, the joke will fly right over your head, but it actually is a really great thing, and the whole movie just kind of surprised me like that. It was just kind of one really touching thing after another, and that movie is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Yet again, this was sent to me from Universal, and I do want to make it clear that I am not sponsored by Universal. They don't pay me to do this. They just send me the film to review it. And today I'm going to be talking about the picture quality, the audio quality, and it does come with a couple special features that we'll mention here as well. Now, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, first and foremost, I want to talk about the fact that it is a two-disc set, so you do get the 4K and the standard Blu-ray, and as well as you get a digital code that also redeems in 4K. And the one little bummer about this is that it is an animated film. It is not a native 4K transfer. It's a upscaled 2K transfer, upscaled to 4K. Now, does that affect the picture quality? For this, in my opinion, it really doesn't. Some films you can kind of tell that that's upscaled. This one you really can't, because of the way it's made and the animation style they used in this. One thing I do want to mention is the animation style for this Puss in Boots film is very different from the other films that they've made, as well as all of the Shrek films. It is a slightly different style. It actually reminded me a lot of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is, again, one of my favorite, Spider-Man films, one of my favorite animated films I've seen in the last, 20-something years. But this film here, it combines that 3D animated style that we've all known, as well as that, juddery frame rate that they used in that Spider-Man film. And it kind of works for this, but I found it to be slightly distracting at times. Now, one thing I do want to say about the 4K disc, that it is HDR10. There's no Dolby Vision. I gotta say, the picture did look fantastic. And again, I know it's an upscaled 2K transfer, but it does look really good. It really does look good. The HDR on this is really wild because you do get a whole incredible spectrum of colors. There are some scenes in this movie that are just 110% eye candy. One scene in particular where they start to go into this Forbidden Forest area, and you think it's all going to be all scary and stuff, and instead it's like this absolutely incredible field of all these wild, fantastic looking flowers and trees and greens, and it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing to look at. And I will say there are some scenes in this film that really are like showstopper HDR moments. There's a lot of them, a lot of them. One scene in particular is kind of like a fight scene, and these bad guys keep exploding into like puffs of confetti, and the confetti is all these different colors, and it's really beautiful to look at. I mean, the movie as a whole is very, very beautiful to look at. And again, it's a brand new film, so I'm not surprised at how good it looks. If it was an older animated film from like the early Disney days, from like the 50s, I would say, or even the 40s, I should say, I would be, a lot more impressed. But I mean, for this film in particular, it really does have a beautiful look to it. And, again, even though it's upscaled 2K, the detail level on this disc is incredible. You can really see like all the little individual hairs on Puss in Boots, and Salma Hayek's character, Kitty Softpaws. When she puts out her paws, you can see like how fluffy they are. It really is. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful looking film, and again, the picture on this disc is really fantastic, even though it's an upscaled 2K. I mean, if you're looking to, watch an animated film that's just a beauty to look at, this is it. This is a good choice. Now, the other piece of this that I wanted to talk about is the fact that this guy does come with a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. As great as the movie looks, it sounds even better. The Dolby Atmos track on this is amazing. It is really, really great. The overheads are used quite a lot. Actually, in quite a few scenes, you do get that overhead effect when things are flying around. The surrounds are perfect. The dialogue and the music is crystal clear. It's great. I mean, it's a fantastic Atmos track. It's actually one of the better ones I've heard in a while. Really, really good stuff. And they did a great job with it. The music in particular in this movie, that whimsical kind of sound, and the musical act that Puss in Boots puts on at the beginning of the film, it's great. It's really great, and all the environments that the characters find themselves in, it really does give you that immersive feel that you're there. There's little things in the woods crawling around. You can hear it. It's all around you, and it's an awesome track. It really puts you right in the middle of the action all throughout, and I loved it. I really loved it. I like the disc as a whole. The movie does come with an all-new short film as well called The Trident. There's a couple deleted scenes. There's interviews with the cast and some of the crew and stuff, and it's a great little disc here from Universal. I was not expecting to enjoy this movie as much as I did, but I did. I loved it. I thought it was a great release here. If you want to pick up Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, there'll be a link in my description below that'll link to Amazon. And if you use that link, it does help us out here at the channel. If you want to help even more, there's that super thanks button below. You hit that, make a little donation. I greatly appreciate it. That helps me pick up movies that are not sent to me, and without the contributions of you guys, I would not be able to do this. So again, I really appreciate it. I love making these videos for you guys, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe below so you can see all my videos as they get released here. So as always, just want to say thank you so much for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. Definitely pick up Puss in Boots if you enjoy these, or if you're just looking for a nice film to watch with your family. It's a really good one for adults and children alike. Until next time, please stay safe and take it easy.